we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC wildcard matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Houston Texans. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway.
And this carries into the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck roll that they can fall back.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
This is fielded at the 27. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 44-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Now a man who played high school ball here in LaGrange, Texas, J.K. Dobbins.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 39 yards. And the Ravens have taken the early lead.
This is something that we saw quite a bit at Oklahoma, and we'll be seeing it more and more on the NFL level as well. Marquise Brown going Hollywood.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Throwing on third down, Watson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's got some space here. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. J.D. McKissick, 71 yards. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. And he's able to put it through. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 27 yards there, a first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 more there and another first down.
First down, Ravens.
From the gun, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be caught. And he'll be out of bounds. Give him 32 on the play.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, well, they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins
taking it in. And the Ravens have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. He gets it left side to Johnson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Wide open receiver complete. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to give this man.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Clinton-Dix with a pick. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Ravens 14, Texans 7.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson.
That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
First down, Baltimore.
From the gun, it's Jackson. His throw caught at about the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. From 4 yards out as the Ravens push further out in front. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Open man, the tight end fells. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Out of the gun, Watson. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. A gain of 6 there on first.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 4.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense. Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They're going for it. It's Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks, and they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
On 1st and 10. It's Dobbins. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson will find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
7 yards.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and it's 3rd and 4.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down.
That's a 45-yard line.
Watson, he fakes to Johnson and now looks to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
43-yard line.
Watson off play action. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again, it's Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Bradley Roby there defensively.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off.
And Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball is snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
A run here for J.D. McKissick. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Faking the give. Now Watson sliding out of the pocket. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Darren Fells in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans get a bit closer. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now.
Ravens 24, Texans 14.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. And some room to maneuver. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 41. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 31-yard line. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Whitney merciless. Just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. shotgun snap, and again to Dobbins. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Well executed there on second down, so do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
That is caught at the 7. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. They'll run with Dobbins. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Stepping, and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run, and the Ravens will extend their lead. Well, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number one.
It should be number one, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
2 yards the loss, second and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Steps away. He'll run it. And he'll be out right at the 35. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll move the chains. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The last run got 6, now second and 4. They'll try the air now with Watson. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. Escaping the pressure right, and this is going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Back to the air, Watson on second down. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 22-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this second and 9. Off of play action, it's Watson. They'll roll him out right. Oh, the ball is was out. Watson lost it, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. Watson again. This is Johnson. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Now Watson. Off play action. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Again, 13 yards. And the Ravens.
Now a carry for Dobbins. Well, the pretty move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. You call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
26-yard line.
Behind the chain, second and 13. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Jackson from the shotgun. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
A 54-yard attempt.
And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through, and that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Off the play fake. Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Watson off the play fake. Fells has it left side. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here's Watson. Off play action. Rolling to his right. And his throw here's incomplete. They were searching for the tight end, Darren Fells. And that'll bring up second down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws. That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And he is all the way up past the 25.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Third and 2, here's Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
First down, Baltimore.
On first down, Dobbins. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
The Ravens going to move on to another week in these playoffs as we say so long, everybody.